Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. Today I am back with another plan with me. This is using the Blueberry kit from Plannerface in my Tiddy Journals 7x9 Functional Flexi Planner for the week of the 27th of March to the 2nd of April. This kit is pretty old from Plannerface. I think it is not from last year, it's the year before, I believe. Because I do keep my kits for a while, but I'm really glad I finally used this one because it's just a kit that's been in and out of my lineup a few times, so I'm really glad that I finally used it. And it wasn't really for any particular reason, it's just blue is real April vibes to me. Blue and purple are really April vibes, and I just felt this was such a good contrast to the week before, which was the cherry blossom plan with me, which was all pinks and greens. It was really nice to do blues and golds, you know. I think it was very calming, and this was the sort of end of my busy season at work, and so I liked that one of the bags, like there's like a tote bag in the box that's on the Monday, and on that tote bag it says we could all be better humans. And I don't know, that's why I do everything I do in my job, is to, you know, just give back and help other people. So I just thought it was really nice. And I'm using taupe foil from SPC in this spread, and it works so well. Like once I put it over that quote box in the top left, beautiful. And I'm so glad I got to use that quote box because it's Lizzie's one from like ages ago, and I just was like, I'm so excited to use this because it's a very specific shade and it goes so perfectly with this kit. So I'm really happy about it because it's been in my stash for a little while, but it looks even better once we put the taupe overlay over it. But this foil bundle from SPC is an old foil bundle, so it doesn't come with bougie boxes. So I use like old bougie boxes, which are close enough to taupe that I don't think you can tell when you're like looking at the spread really. I do need to apologize just for the beginning of this plan with me because I hadn't actually, well, I had pressed play and then for some reason my phone just stopped filming. But thankfully I realised after only having put the glitter headers and some boxes down. So I feel like it wasn't too bad, you know. But I do have to apologise because like a few bits happened off camera, but like really not a lot. I don't think it's a big deal. You've still very much watched me put the majority of this base down. So I think we're doing okay. So yeah, not really too apologetic there. So yeah, I'm really happy with how this spread has come out. It's just a really neutral one for the week. It has just started a downpour, I think. Trying to settle down to do plan with me's is just one of life's challenges. I think a downpour has begun. So I apologise if it gets noisy in here, but this plan with me needs to go live literally the day after I am doing this voiceover. It's like 8 o'clock on a Saturday evening. And I guess I may as well say this here before I get into the day by day. I think there's going to be a few weeks break if you're watching this video when it goes live. There's going to be a few weeks break on videos from me. I will hopefully still get plan with me's up, but because I have a few of them filmed anyway. But I'm really struggling to find time to film. I will be off work. I've got like 3 more working days and then I will have a week and a half off work, but I'm quite busy during that time. My birthday falls then. So I'm not really sure how much filming I will actually get done. And I have a couple of ideas, but I just don't have the energy or the time to film. So I'm going to just try and listen to my body, take a couple of weeks off, and then I'll be back. I hope that's okay. Well, I actually don't care what you think about it in the nicest way possible, because my mental health comes first. But, you know, I'm just kind of giving you that update. But I will still hopefully get the plan with me's up. But yeah, I think for my mental health's sake, I need a couple of weeks break. It's just been really obvious to me in the last couple of weeks, things are pretty bad. So I'm going to try and prioritize my rest, you know. But I'm hopefully going to read a ton, and then that would make it a bit easier to still make content. So we'll see. But anyway, let us get into the day by day. So first off, on Monday, I marked a work event. So I don't mark those work events in my planner. I am leaving them blank for all of this year until I've done all my flip throughs, and then I will go back and write them all in, which does mean I need to keep my notes, which is a bit annoying, and I'm worried I'll accidentally throw one set away, but it's just easier than what I have done in previous years where I put like random Z Live post-its over it. I did just realize I didn't say that I don't say where all of my stickers are from. So if you are interested in my functional stickers, most of them are from Plannerface, Scribble Prints Co., Coffee Monsters Co., Once More With Love, Papershire, Stick With a Plan Co. Like, that's where most stuff is from. But if you do want to know where any particular stickers are from, feel free to let me know, and I'm more than happy to tell you. But yeah, so first thing was the work event. Then I marked that I was catching up on emails. I was staying overnight in a hotel this night because basically we had this same event Monday and Tuesday, and I'd been staying there from Sunday. So when I got back from the event, despite the fact I was absolutely so tired, it's like my biggest event of the year, this particular one. So I was just so tired. But anyway, I came back and had to do emails because that's how it goes. And then after that, I marked that I was so tired, and I'm obsessed with that Snorlax sticker. It's just like the perfect summary of how I felt. I was just so tired. So I then ordered some takeaway lasagna. I feel like ordering food in hotels is like a whole thing for me, because I'll get in the mood for something particular, and then I'll be like hunting loads of places to find it, and then I'll end up ordering from some like dodgy takeaway place in the outskirts of London, you know. So it was not a good lasagna. And also I have these issues where I often can't get cutlery. Like I'll order the takeaway cutlery and then the restaurant just won't bring it. So I eat most of my meals in hotels with teaspoons. So that's another funny thing about me. So after that, I marked that I had a shower. So that's even more depressing that this hotel did not have a bath, because there is like nothing better than when I'm in these events and then having a bath. Then I marked that I called Stuart, because we're cute like that. Even when we are away from each other, we like to speak. And then what I should have been doing during this trip was reading. And I'm sure I'd bought a book with me. In fact, I'd probably lugged Jade Legacy or something similar all the way over. The wind is so strong. But I ended up just scrolling Instagram Reels for like 2 hours, which I hate it when I get like that. I really want to reduce my time on social media, and sometimes I'm really good at it, sometimes not so good, and I would much rather spend my time reading. But when I'm so tired, I just can't bring it to myself to read. And so instead I just scrolled Instagram, which is not great, but probably what I needed at the time. Then on Tuesday, again, I had the second day of that event, and then I marked that my body was really aching. So these events, we're always on our feet, and that's okay to a point. Maybe I wasn't in my trainers or something, so that may not have helped. But I think I was just like, this was like the last few days of the season, and I was just so tired. Like my whole body was hurting, and I just was like, I just lost it. I just lost I just was so tired. And I think my whole body was just shutting down. So yeah, once I got back, I then just had a YouTube binge, and I fell asleep on the sofa because I just was so exhausted. Then Stuart probably had to wake me up. Then I went and had a bath. And in the bath, I was reading Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail by Ashley Herring Blake, which is the second in a series. I won't spoil what the second one is about because I do think it's a spoiler. But the first one is about somebody called Delilah who has a really sort of rocky relationship with her mum and stepsister, but she moves back to the town that her stepsister is in for her stepsister's wedding, and her stepsister is Astrid. And she rekindles, not rekindles, because I guess her and Astrid's best friend Claire didn't really have a relationship when Delilah was younger, but she sort of develops feelings for Claire, and that's kind of what the first book is about. And then the second book is about Astrid. And I don't love this series, but I will read the third one, which is called Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, I think, because Iris makes planners, so I can't not read it, you know. So yes, I was reading Astrid Parker, which took me a long time because I wasn't particularly enjoying it. Then on Wednesday, I marked that I had a one-to-one with Susie in my team, and then I had some kind of meeting or some work-related thing where I used the Zoom sticker. Then I marked that I was editing. I don't know what I was editing because I'm not sure what I would have filmed. So I guess this was around when I was vlogging, so maybe a vlog. I feel like a vlog is probably a good bet. Then in fact, I think there is a vlog for this week, if you want to go back and watch it. Then I marked that I cooked some pasta. There really needs to be more pasta stickers in the world. Can I just say that? It's really difficult to find pasta stickers, and I eat pasta a lot, so, which is hilarious because, fun fact for you, I refuse to eat pasta. So I used to eat pasta as a baby, and then one day I decided I didn't like pasta, and I did not eat pasta again until I was 18 and went to uni. Can you believe that? I probably went 17 years without eating pasta. Yeah, fun fact for you. But now I eat pasta all the time. I probably eat pasta 4 4 at least out of 7 meals a week. So I really need more pasta stickers if any shops are, or any artists or anything, watch this video. And then I marked that we were watching The Mandalorian, which is the Star Wars TV program that has Baby Yoda in it. His name is Grogu. So we were watching Mando, which this season wasn't as good of Mando, sadly, but in general, I do love Mando. Then on Thursday, I marked that I had an admin heavy day because I'd been traveling for events like back to back to back, and I'd done like 14 days in a row or something at this point. So I was just like really needing to catch up. And then I marked that we had curry takeaway. Those strips, so this kit, where it's such an old format, I'm not going to lie to you, this plan with me was hard. And I was also doing this plan with me while my bestie Emma was here and we were watching Queen Charlotte, and which was great, but like it meant that like I was chatting to Emma and watching Queen Charlotte and doing a plan with me with a really old format kit. And it was just so challenging. So I ended up bringing in the washi strips quite a few times. So I did it on the Wednesday and I did it here on the Thursday. And I tried to use half boxes quite a lot where I had like bigger stickers. And I think overall, the spread looks great. I really like how it came out and it's so peaceful to look at, which is just exactly what I needed. But I really did have to like bring in all sorts of boxes I don't usually use. So then after the curry takeaway, also on Thursday, I've only marked 4 things. Clearly it was a boring day. So yeah, then I marked that I did a YouTube binge and then I read more of Astrid Parker. Then on Friday, I marked that I had therapy. Was this my first therapy appointment? Yeah, I think so. So my first therapy appointment. So yeah, on top of all the stuff I was dealing with work, I started therapy. So I am being treated in therapy for perfectionism. Which right now is not going so well, but there's sort of other issues related to therapy right now, which I won't go into. But maybe I'll talk about them when we get to July in my plan with me's. Then I marked that I was doing some more editing. Then I was still reading Astrid Parker. I was watching YouTube, and then I read Lore Olympus Volume 2. So Lore Olympus is a webtoon that's been turned into like physical graphic novels, but you can read them for free on the webtoon. And they are some of my favorite graphic novels. They are a Hades and Persephone retelling, but it's been brought into the modern day. And it's like, so like they use cell phones, and Hades is like the king of underworld court, not like, which is also the underworld, but it's like a business. And Persephone ends up interning for him, and it's just fascinating. It's very dark. There's a lot of like very triggering things, particularly around like sexual assault and stuff like that. But it's so well done and the art is stunning, and I just couldn't really recommend it enough. And you could read it for free if you wanted to online. But I love a physical graphic novel, so I do buy them. But yeah, I absolutely love Lore Olympus. Then on Saturday, I marked that I was filming in the morning, don't remember what. Then I was in my feels, probably because I was freaking exhausted. Then I was cleaning and tidying, because there's often a trend when I'm in my feelings that I then clean and tidy, because I have a lot of guilt around the messiness of our house, and my depression means I often overlook the messiness of the house, and so sometimes I'll try and push through and clean, but often that's not great when I'm already feeling down. So there's a little insight into me for you. Then I marked that I had some pizza, and then I was reading Hang the Moon. So I guess I finished Astrid Parker the day before. So Hang the Moon is the second in the Written in the Stars series. I didn't love Written in the Stars, but I really liked Hang the Moon because Brendan, who is the main guy in that one, is just such a cinnamon roll. Like, just such a really, really lovely guy, like the absolute epitome of what I believe like a book boyfriend should be. And so I really enjoyed Hang the Moon because it was just lovely to read a book that was about a guy that was like so unproblematic, you know. So really enjoyed that. Then, so I definitely did vlog all of this, so I will try and remember to link the vlog, but I went to the 66 Book Club, which is a book club in like a few towns away from me, where they have a big warehouse and they open it up one weekend a month, and they sell off all the books that are in there for like 70 to 80% of the retail price. And I'd seen about it on TikTok, and I was like, well, on Instagram, but it was TikTok. So I don't have TikTok. But I'd seen about it on Instagram, and I was like, okay, I really want to go. I want to see what it's about. I live nearby. And we got there at like 3, and they were like, you may not get in. Last entry is like 4:30. So I was standing in the queue reading Hang the Moon. And then I was like in the last group of people to be let in. Such a stressful experience. And the warehouse was just so overwhelming. I've ended up picking up books that I have since realized I already owned on Kindle. It was so chaotic. I was only in there for half an hour because I just couldn't stand to be in there for too long. So yeah, not my favorite experience. And they like email all the time being like, you can come again. It's like, I don't know that I will, but you know, cheap books, great. But it was just so hard to even find anything in there. So yeah, I'm not sure I feel I could recommend it. Then we had a burrito because they have a really good burrito van in St. Albans. So Stuart, while I was getting the books, he went to go get his hair cut and get us a burrito. And then I had a bath because it was well needed because I've been standing for so long. Then on Sunday, we went to the wedding show at the Excel, which was really useful for seeing like loads of wedding dresses in one place. And yeah, really nice to like spend time with my mum and Emma, one of my bridesmaids, and to like get a feeling for some things we wanted for the wedding. I picked up a couple of wedding favors, particularly related to stuff that you could get from charities, which I really like. That was just like it's going to be a really nice touch for our wedding to do some support for Macmillan and Mind. And yeah, it was really helpful to see wedding dresses because I had never really seen wedding dresses before then, so it was really helpful to see some, and I have since bought my wedding dress, so that will be a future spread. But yeah, so yeah, it was useful. And it was just very overwhelming though, because it was at the Excel, so it was so loud and there was just a lot happening. But there was a catwalk after that, so I marked that we watched the catwalk, which was the real reason I'd gone. But the catwalk was incredibly unhelpful because it was just not very diverse. It was predominantly very slim people in excessively high-end guest fashion. Like there was barely any wedding dresses even shown in the catwalk, and it was like, read the room of the people that are here who want like quite traditional wedding dresses and are curvy. That was just a lot of the brides in the room, and I just felt like they'd really pitched that very incorrectly. So yeah, then I marked that I was overwhelmed because it was just so loud, and I'm very grateful to my mum and Emma who were really good with me the whole time, because I've definitely this year found my like sensory overload very easily triggered. So then we stopped off and had a Costa, and I love those Costa and chill stickers from the Plump Planner. They are perfect. I love when I can use them. Then I ordered a roast because I think Stuart was out on this day, so I ordered myself a takeaway roast. It was well needed. And then I marked that I did some editing, and I read some more Hang the Moon, and that was it. So what I'm doing now is just going through and adding a couple of touches. So the foil bundle for this one was really, really bow heavy, like it only has bows. And obviously I didn't use the bottom washi because that butterfly pattern is just so strong, I didn't use it. So I used a couple of the foil overlays, but I didn't want to overload it with bows because there's a few bows in the kit, but it's not like a bow kit. So what I'm doing is taking a couple of the like tiny bows that came with the foil bundle and just accenting them on random stickers. I used to do this all the time before I got into foil bundles. So like my 2020 planner is full of decorating foil like this, where I put like the little foil bundles on like the character's hair and stuff. And it was really nice to go back and do that a little bit. I'm really happy with how that came out. And it means that kind of when I do the wiggle, it's got like that touch of taupe, you know. So I'm showing you what is left over in the kit so you can see how difficult it was for me to plan with this one just because it's such an old format. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, I would really appreciate a like. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe. In the description, I will have a link to my Instagram and my Goodreads if you would like to check out any other content from me. But otherwise, I will see you in my next video, which will probably be in a week's time. Thanks so much. Bye.